Hey everybody, I'm Rocky the Ramone, and this is the last installment in the series of reviews of the 12-inch singles that the Ramones put out on Beggar's Banquet. Although they did put out more 12 inches after this, none of them had the non-album tracks, and those are the really interesting stories, so let's talk about the 12-inch single for Real Cool Time, which also included the non-album tracks Life Goes On and Indian Giver. This single was released to promote the album Halfway to Sanity in 1986 and was produced by Daniel Ray. There isn't much to say about Daniel Ray other than some of the Ramones didn't get along with him, especially Richie, who butted heads with Ray but was on his way out. This would be Richie's last album with the band. Our old friend Walter Lure is credited with additional guitars. Life Goes On is a pretty forgettable song that was written by Joey, who actually did get along with Daniel Ray. Again, I'm guessing that Walter Lure played the guitar solo. It's definitely better than Go Home Ann from the previous 12-inch single, but isn't as good as the other tracks I've covered. The one thing I noticed is that this part sounds a lot like this. Indian Giver is a song written by Bobby Bloom, Bo Gentry, and Richie Cordell. It was first recorded by 1910 Fruit Gum Company for their 1969 album Indian Giver. Richie Cordell continued to work as a music publisher, songwriter, and producer before finding renewed success in 1981 as the co-producer of Joan Jett and the Blackhearts' version of I Love Rock and Roll. Cordell produced the Ramones' version of Indian Giver and also co-produced the Ramones' 1983 album, Subterranean Jungle. Since I didn't buy this single, I had never heard Indian Giver until it was included on Ramones Mania in 1988. It's pretty obvious that this is a cover because it doesn't sound like anyone's writing within the band. However, it fits in perfectly with the music that the Ramones loved from the 60s. There's a guitar solo here, so we have to assume that it's Walter Lure once again. Alright, well, that wraps it up for my review of the 12-inch singles that the Ramones put out on Beggar's Banquet. Thanks for watching, and please consider supporting the Ramone on Patreon. You get access to bonus content, as well as a poll to determine which Ramone songs I will cover next. All for as little as $1 per month. Thanks for watching. I'm Rocky the Ramone. Well, I gotta look that up. Shit. Forgot to do part of my research.